Which brings me to number 6. You can't sit on the couch and wait for karma to come knocking on your door. Because of that stress I went through on various jobs just to pay the bills. On my off time, I lounged on the couch, or slept the day, or skateboarded down Burbank Boulevard, classic California, right, Blake? Well, I had unfortunately lost sight of the idea of finding a job with utility to help me with the next steps. I held various jobs. I was an usher at the ArcLight Cinema on Sunset Boulevard. I demonstrated and sold Mr. Stickies in grocery stores. I worked stock and inventory at David's Bridal. I worked the bar and sold William H. Macy a couple of beers. I needed to make another doggy door fast and bring karma to me. So number 7, celebrate your successes. I got off the couch in Los Angeles in 2013 and headed back up the Central Coast to get back on stage. This time in a small production of Dog Sees God at a friend's small black box theater. And it was there later that summer that I had the courage to put up my own show that my buddy Tyler Griffin and I wrote together. A 2-man musical about a has-been crooner on the verge of a breakdown and his last remaining band member. I recall sitting in the dressing room one night before the show, stressing out all over the lines and if the show was good enough or not. Tyler forced me out of the dressing room and walked me down to the theater's marquee and said, "Look, you see our names are up there. We're doing something that not a lot of people our age can say they have done right now. That should bring you joy. Besides, if there's anywhere to flop, it's here in an 11-seat black box theater in the middle of nowhere, California." And he was right. In 2013, I learned to celebrate my successes, big and small. Number 8. Self-education is self-preservation. Coming back to Los Angeles after the run of our show, I had a mindset change. That and I was going deeper and deeper into credit card debt. So I started reading books about personal finance, show production, script writing, whatever I could just to stay mentally strong and sharp and forge through the noise in Los Angeles. I got another call from a friend, this time Tyler Griffin. He was offering me a job as an artist in residence at the famed Greenbrier Resort in West Virginia. I took it and I was extremely grateful for the steady job and housing. And with this mindset change, I knew the job would get me out of debt. So I packed up and I moved out of Los Angeles in 2014. In the middle of nowhere, West Virginia, I still had my film agent of the last 10 years. And I'd always been submitting audition tapes, landing a couple of commercial or pilot gigs here or there. But I got work in a few documentary series while in West Virginia, and all because of someone I knew from doing shows in Los Angeles. That gig led to another, with another company, then another company, and I landed the Billy the Kid role on Fox. At the same time, I booked a role via audition tape in I Saw the Light, and I suddenly had a realization. I was in the middle of nowhere, West Virginia. I was getting more musical theater work in Los Angeles than I ever did when I was in New York, and more film work in the middle of nowhere, West Virginia, than in Los Angeles. So that brings me to number 9. It doesn't matter where you are, as long as you're happy where you are. I hear some parents. Agree with that?